Kicking off our list of Baldur's Gate 3's hottest hear me outs, we have the big bone daddy himself, Withers. I almost didn't include Withers because he's too hot. Like older man, steady income, a sassy little bitch. What's not to like? Plus, it's crucial to remember that it's Withers controlling the hireling's dialogue. And it's pretty clear he wants you back.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Do what thou wilt.
In conclusion, Withers is made of bones. Would it be so wrong if he gave me just one?
Bone!
You know, I was gonna give you a swift kick up the arse and show you the door. But I think you and I could have a bit of fun together.
Next up, at number 9, we have everyone's favorite MILF, Miss Ethel the Swamp Hag. The hag could try a better moisturizing routine. I can admit that I can. But look at those beautiful blue eyes, those delicate, elongated calves, those jacked biceps. Plus, the way she insults you during your fights has that adorable enemies to lovers vibe that I adore. Like, look y'all, if I was transported to Baldur's Gate 3, Auntie Ethel's plotline would simply not exist. Because I would have already thoroughly impregnated her.
Your company isn't unwelcome.
Coming in at number 8, the Emperor. And no Dream Guardian form here, you pathetic cowards. The Emperor might be manipulative, a bit of a defeatist, and a squid. But I'm half Korean, baby, so sign me up for those squid games. Plus, like Nicki Minaj says,
give me brain like NYU.
How curious. I've only ever known Minthara to moan with pleasure when somebody's losing a limb.
Next up, we need to talk about Zarel. I love Larian, and I love Baldur's Gate 3. But how could they do this to us? I mean, how can they make Zarel so cute in the face and so strong in the body and let her flirt with you and then just rip that all away with no hope of even letting her step on you? Please, Larian, I'm begging you. We're all begging you. Let us kiss Zarel. Let us kiss Zarel. Let us kiss Zarel. Let us kiss Zarel.
I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wulbren.
Number 6 is Wulbren Bongle, and I already know some of you are going to judge me hard for that. Maybe you'll even refuse to hear me out. Maybe the mass murder of the Gondonians turns you off. But let's be real. If Wulbren was 3 feet taller, you people would be foaming at the mouth for him.
Not good enough. No gristle, no meat. Poor clay for sculpting an atrocity.
Sashaying onto the scene at number 5, we have Orin the Red. I don't think it's any secret that Orin is a sexy lady. But even if you don't like blonde hair and pale eyes, that's okay. Orin can shapeshift into your wildest fantasy. Now, I'm not saying you want to spend your whole life with Orin, nor would your life be very long if you did. But you have to admit, if she were an optional romance in the game, people will be signing up on the dotted line just for her to kidnap them.
Yes. They'll do nicely.
Scuttling in at number 4, we have Karnas the Kissable. Karnas may be part gigantic hideous spider and part mentally decaying drow, but he's 100% lover boy. Truly, this list showcases many different reasons you could find someone attractive. But if Wulbren Bongle has a lethal face card, and Zarel brings that kind of mocking sort of charisma to the table, Karnas makes on the list because he's so dang sad that he makes you want to kiss him better. And true, reading about spider sex made me grateful I have bad vision and a tiny memory, but you know what? Mary Jane loves Peter Parker, and I see no difference here.
And what surprise is this?
Next up, let's hear it for Lump the Enlightened. This intelligent ogre might not be the easiest on the eyes, but he's got a hot nose ring and lumps in all the right places. Plus, he really knows how to romance a girl.
You've got my mouth watering. We're agreed, morsel. How about a lick of that mouth-watering meat of yours? A parting gift, as it were. I'm a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Consider me satisfied. When you're ready, sound the horn.
Me so horny.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
In our runner-up position, let's give it up for Sovereign Spaw. Now, I know this is a risky pick because myconid horror from The Last of Us to Mexican Gothic has been big in the past few years. And fungi are kind of weird because they're not plants and they're not animals, so like, what the f are they? But also, Sovereign Spaw is one of the only sentient depictions of a mushroom I've seen that isn't either 2 inches tall like Toad, or just deeply, deeply unsettling. And like I said, he's not a plant or an animal. He's something else entirely, so how could you not want to see what that whole thing's about, you know? Plus, the fact that he's part of a hive mind evokes only the best kind of Rick and Morty flavor.
Maybe it's part of getting old. Or maybe I just missed being with a collective.
Yes, Rick, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before we get to our number 1 Baldur's Gate 3 Hear Me Out, we have our runner-up section. Our first honorable mention goes to Garangoth Thorm. Garangoth, can I call you Gary? Let me be real, Gary. You're a catch. A business-oriented, career-motivated, financially stable woman from a powerful family. I'm sure there's someone out there for you. But I took too many liberal art classes at NYU to commit to a filthy capitalist of your caliber. Next. Our second honorable mention goes to Yerger. Yerger. Oh, Yerger. You're a hottie, man. You're big and strong, which makes me feel safe. You have one of the most attractive voice actors in the game, and you're a natural enemy of Raphael, who will even double-cross that devil and aid me in my time of need. And you gave this speech to Karlach when she really needed to hear it.
You fought well. We could use such strength in the Blood War. Ever tempted to rejoin the ranks, soldier? Soldiers like us aren't made for complications, Karlach. Better to be pointed at prey, and to kill without question. At least in the Blood War, we know our adversaries. Whoever your enemies are, they have good reason to fear you. And I'll gladly lend you my skills against them when the time comes. Until then, keep your flame bright, and make ash of those who oppose you.
Yes, Yerger, you're a catch. But you also f*** your cat. Next. And finally, our third honorable mention goes to Iraj Obladra. Iraj, baby, darling. You don't get enough fans crowing about how utterly hot you are. I slaughtered the Grove from Minthara, but I would have massacred all of Baldur's Gate just to see you frown at me. Until you made my vampire friend sad. Next. And rolling in at number 1, we have Tav transformed into a sentient wheel of cheese. Unfortunately, this is not a joke. I am patiently recording this at 2 in the morning, eyes wide open at my own depravity, after just having finished reading a smutty fanfic where Astarion is transformed into this wheel of cheese and is then unintentionally eaten by Gale, but in like a sexy way. Not like in a I find it sexy way. Like I do not want to do the things to a cheese wheel that Gale did to Astarion, nor do I find the thought of being eaten sexy. At least, not like that. But at the same time, I stayed around long enough to hear the author out, and at the end of the day, that's what this video is all about. So if you stuck around until now, let me know in the comments what your best, or worst, Baldur's Gate 3 Hear Me Outs are. And as always, love most of you, and I hope this week brings lots of moments of joy and that you keep safe and cozy. Bye.